Good morning, everybody. My name is Vicky Hennessy. I'm the Head of Student Recruitment and Outreach here at the University. I'd like to warmly welcome you all to this University of Salford graduation ceremony. From the video you've just watched, you'll see that your relationship with the University does not end today. In fact, it's only just beginning. You are now a member of a global alumni community of over 200,000 graduates. Salford graduates go on to achieve amazing things, making a difference in all walks of life, from serving our communities through the health service, in schools and in public service, to politics, industry, the arts and scientific discovery. We would love you to keep in touch with us so that we can share in your life's journey and achievements, but also to ensure you're kept up to date on the latest benefits and services available to you as a member of our alumni network. As you cross the stage today, we'll be recording you, no pressure, and you'll receive an email from us in the next couple of days inviting you to download the clip of yourself. It's just a little gift to say thank you for agreeing to let us stay in touch with you. Graduands, before the ceremony starts, I'd like to give you some pointers for your moment when you're crossing the stage. So when it's your time, my colleagues in red are along the back at the moment. They'll guide you to line up. And as your name is called, you'll cross the stage, you'll nod to the presiding officer. He'll be stood in front of this throne-like chair in the middle here. You then continue across the stage, you receive your graduation scroll just about here, exit the stage, return to your seat, and don't forget to enjoy your moment. Guests, please may I ask that you remain seated throughout the ceremony as a courtesy to other guests so they do not have their view obstructed. And at the end of the ceremony, graduates will leave first, so please wait until they've left before you head out. We do need to make sure that that last cheer is as loud as the first. And finally, may I ask if you'd kindly ensure your mobile phones are switched to silent for the duration of the proceedings. Okay, the ceremony is about to begin. Please feel free, guests, students, to join in with gusto. Clapping, cheering, all encouraged. We love graduation, it's why we all do what we do, so let's make sure this is a ceremony to remember. Okay, for those of you who are able, please stand for the entrance of the academic procession.
I declare this congregation open to present awards of the University of Salford. Please be seated.
Graduates and distinguished guests, please welcome Professor Margaret Rowe, Dean of the School of Health and Society.
So good morning, everybody. This is a really special day. So we want you to enjoy. So lots of noise because we need to hear you. We want to celebrate your success. So a big cheer for all the graduates who are here now. I'm sure we can do a little bit louder later on. Okay, welcome to the Health and Society Graduation 22. I'm absolutely delighted that we can celebrate the successes you have achieved in your studies. Families, friends and colleagues, and your academic friends sitting back here. Congratulations and well done from everyone in the school. As a student studying throughout COVID, it has been an incredibly challenging time. Your graduation is a great achievement, showing resilience, determination, talent, and adaptability skills that will prepare you for future work. You have demonstrated compassion and care to each other. Some of you will have made friends for life from your studies from the last few years at the University of Salford. Well done on your success. Many of you will have had limited time on campus, being educated virtually, learning in bedrooms and kitchens, none of which you expected when you started your journey at the University of Salford. Whilst it's been challenging and we've seen some exciting and innovative work by students and schools, a great deal of emphasis that we've had over this period of time is working in partnership, and our students have been developing work and collaborating within research and learning and teaching that makes a difference to people's lives in our society. There have been some brilliant successes with the school, and I would like to share some of them with you that are relevant to your group. One of these was the University of Salford was made the first child-safe certified university in the world, and considerable work has been put into producing resources that will give Salford students necessary tools to put children and young people in a better place to support and protect them. Salford sport graduate Hannah Russell secured a gold and bronze medal at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympics, and she was also awarded an OBE in the New Year's Honours List. One of our current psychology graduates was commissioned by the member of House of Lords to produce a national level report for National Preparedness Commission. She is now working with the Cabinet Office on emergency planning, working on UK resilience and civil contingencies. Building upon her PhD research exploring older women's workplace well-being and subsequent publications, Dr. Claire Edge has coordinated and built a growing collaboration network of researchers across Europe with the aim of gaining insights into future workforce practices to support older women's well-being. In the area of high-performance sports science, Matthew Cuthbert has recently completed his PhD whilst working with England's women teams during their most successful year. This shows our graduates excelling in both research and applied practice. And of course, England won last night, didn't they? Sorry if anybody's Welsh, but just had to slip that in. VC's Welsh. But she supports rugby, so we're okay. The area of sport continues to demonstrate excellent real-world impact through formal partnerships with Sale Sharks and Salford Red Devils. These partnerships allowed excellent opportunities to develop highest quality work experience, which will develop our students and your careers. Working with the Fire Service Research and Training Trust, colleagues from psychology and sport are working on a one-year project designed to study the effect of extreme temperatures on the decision-making of firefighters, continuing our connection with blue light services. At the start of the pandemic, we saw our nursing and allied health academics develop a training course for the Greater Manchester Nightingale Hospital. The team provided training to NHS clinical staff to prepare them to care for patients who'd contracted coronavirus. Our fantastic health students have had to adapt to working in clinical practice and settings throughout the pandemic, adapting to clinical pressures, caring for very sick individuals who were separated from families and friends. This was an incredibly difficult time, and our students demonstrated real resilience and worked in such challenging situations. We are extremely proud of you. You have been amazing. Health and Society has an international reputation in the field of prosthetics and orthotics, supporting people with disabilities. Our expertise in this area is being harnessed in Uganda to support the growing number of people who face limb loss from conflict, road traffic accidents, and increasingly diabetes. Another example of research was led by Dr. John McMahon, who is leading a large-scale, multi-centred research project involving professional football clubs located in the UK and Spain, which is funded by leading sports technology company Hawken Dynamics. The research focuses on utilising force plate technology to inform youth and senior players' physical training requirements throughout the football season. The work we do in the school reflects the diversity of our communities, of our students, and engages meaningfully in a regional, national and international levels. Colleagues have been working with the World Health Organization, looking at developing workshops and sharing expertise and knowledge on workforce planning, recovery from COVID, and resilience due to disruption. Looking to the future, our desire to generate positive impact in the world remains. We are investing in strength in research across such areas as rehabilitation, public health, long-term conditions, welfare, criminal justice, sport, psychology, and in the digital world. You have generated a positive impact. You are fantastic Salford graduates. We wish you success for the future and hope you remain in touch with us, your Salford family. Now become unstoppable. Whilst it's been an exciting year for our school, there have also been significant achievements for our university. As such, I'm very proud to introduce our presiding officer for this ceremony, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Helen Marshall.
Thank you very much, Margaret. Just so you know, when I was coaching Wales against Australia on Saturday and shouting from row 19, just above Wayne Pivac, no one took any notice of me and we lost. Anyway, distinguished guests and graduates, as Vice-Chancellor of the University of Salford, I'm delighted to welcome you all here today to celebrate the achievements. We're here to congratulate you as our next generation of graduates and to wish you well and tell you just how proud we are of you, particularly in terms of the kind of circumstances in which you've had to go through your studies. COVID just didn't go away like that. It went away, it came back, it went away, it came back, and it's been quite a bumpy ride for you. And that has built you resilience. So don't think, oh, that wasn't very good. Think, well, it wasn't very good, but I coped, and I'm here, and I'm graduating. Thank you very much. So today marks the culmination of a number of years of hard work. And your success, for me, this is the best week. This week and the week in the summer when we do graduations. I love doing them because it's success of our university and our student population and success of our staff in supporting the student population to graduate. So it's fantastic to be here with me. And can I also extend a warm welcome to your friends and family who are here today to support you? And can I say hello to all the banks of mum and dad? Because I know what it was like with my daughters when they were at university. And you got the odd phone call at week 3 of the month where all the money had run out for that month. And can you send me some money mum? I was known as Money Mum at the end of the graduation. But I hope you'll be able to take some very, very special memories away of your time here at Salford. University isn't the beginning or the end. It's a pivotal moment in your life. You've done your studies, you've learnt what you've learnt, but hopefully you've also learnt a lot more about the world. You've made friends, and if you were like me, you learnt how to cook, otherwise you were going to starve to death by the time you graduated. You've developed intellectually, personally, and you've hopefully got a cohort of people around you. I'm still in touch with people I was at university with many, many years ago, and they've been my friends for life. Even though we live in different parts of the country, we've stayed in touch, and we're still good friends. Whether you're now moving on into further studies or a job, take time to reflect on the opportunities that are there for you and how you can use the skills and knowledge that you've obtained here to actually make the most of life going forward. My own career started a while ago, even though I'm only 39 really. I sat in the audience like you thinking, oh, come on, Vice Chancellor, stop rambling on. So I want to get up on the stage and get my degree certificate. And then I watched the first group go up of the stage, and there was another student who had heels about that long, stilettos. And I looked down at my feet and I thought, oh no, guess how high my heels were. And the thing I can remember most about my graduation and going across the stage was worrying that I didn't fall over of my high heels that I very foolishly chose to wear to go across the stage. And I skittled across, grabbed the certificate, climbed down the steps, sat in the chair and thought, oh, thank goodness for that, I didn't fall over. So I hope you've all got sensible shoes on today. Anyway, one of the other things, I mean, I was quite naughty when I was a student. I did some work occasionally, but we did lots of things. And one of the most memorable things I did was a sponsored hitchhike to raise money for a children's charity. And depending on how far you went, you got sponsored by people so much for every 10 miles you managed to hitchhike. And I ended up in Holland. My biggest problem was getting back from Holland, and I was back 3 days late, and I was in big trouble with my lecturers because I'd missed a load of lectures. So your university days should be treasured. Hopefully you've had fun. You've worked hard, but you've also had fun. And as I say, made friends. When I left, I did a law degree. When I left, I went into legal practice. I didn't last very long because this was in the early 1980s, and I was a woman, and I'd done corporate law, tax law, things like that, competition law. And I went into legal practice, and they put me in the family and probate department. And when I said, well, hang on a minute, I was interviewed for a corporate law job, they said, yeah, but you're a woman. You're better off in family and probate. And I said, thank you very much, but no thanks. And I went back to Birmingham Uni, did a big piece of research into competition law, and ended up doing some part-time teaching, and that's how I got into the academic world, almost by accident. Did I ever think I'd be the Vice-Chancellor of a fantastic university like Salford? No, I didn't. What did I learn when I look back on my career? Things came along, I did a job, I enjoyed it, and then I got to a point I thought, well, this is routine now. I need something that's challenging. Move on to the next job. Opportunities came up, and they were challenging opportunities quite often, but I did quite a zigzaggy career and worked in different universities in different roles. I've been and led 2 university mergers, which was very challenging. Too political, not economic enough. And the politics came back and bit them after the event, even though I challenged quite a lot of the politics during the event. But it's an interesting career. So one of the things I'm saying to you is opportunities will come. Don't turn your head away. Look at them, grab them, take them. You don't go in a career path that's straight up like that. Often career paths are quite zigzaggy, and you move sideways and you just broaden your experience out, but then you move up and then you move a bit more sideways again. It's interesting. But one of the things I've observed in my career and concluded is there's 3 types of people in the world. People who make things happen, people who watch things happen, and people who wonder what just happened. Now, you've got to decide which one of those you're going to be. And I hope you're one of the ones that make things happen. So you've demonstrated a huge amount of ability and skills, and you should be really proud of yourselves here today. We're very proud of you. But we're here to celebrate your success and your achievements and your time studying with us. You've continued to make progress, Also, the universities continued to make progress despite COVID. My senior team loved me because I said, well, we're going to manage COVID. And by the way, all the strategic projects we've got going, you keep going with them. Don't sit on your hands. They were pretty exhausted, I have to say, by the end of the pandemic. Well, it's not the end of the pandemic yet even, but coming out of it. But we've delivered a lot of goods. We've just risen in the Guardian University Guide, and we've risen in the Times Good University Guide. We've constructed our new science and engineering building on the Peel Park campus. We've had our energy, well, it's right next to your building actually, our new energy house, the big black building. I took some visitors in there. Ed Miliband and a few other MPs have been up to see it. And we took them in Energy House at Steel Chamber number 1. It was 42 degrees, and they were all there sweating, taking their jackets off. And then we took them in Energy House Steel Chamber number 2, and it was minus 12, and they were frozen, and their hands, they came out with their hands like that. But fantastic. We've got so many partners wanting to work with us, banging on the door. We're overrun at the moment. So we've got a real commitment to tackle climate change, and we're now being sought out in the Middle East to put a franchised version of Energy House out there because they're looking at climate change as well, and they need different data and different information, but they want to get to zero carbon as well, which is all very, very good for us. Our commitment to improving social mobility for young people was also recognised in the Higher Education Policy Institution's Social Mobility Index. We're now number 6 in England and top in the Northwest for improving and supporting social mobility. I'm proud Salford remains at the cutting edge as well of world-leading research. This year we celebrated our Research Excellence, or REF, results. For the first time in many years, we've risen. I had a quiet bet with the PVC research. I said, if we go up double-figure places, 10 places, because the previous 2 refs had gone down, I said, well, if we go up 10 places or more, I'll buy a good bottle of red. And he said, done. Guess how many places he went up? 22. Guess how many bottles of red I've got to buy him? 2. I think that was the whole temptation for him. But seriously, we moved up with the 7th highest mover in the UK in the ref. 2nd highest performer in the UK for impactful research. Because we don't just do blue sky research. Our research is about how it impacts on the community, on the world, on the planet. So it's really impactful. And a lot of our students have done well. I mean, we've got a BA Television and Radio Production graduate, Megan Haywood, was one of the Charles Parker Prize winners, and she made BBC Radio 4 debut with her piece called Down on the Farm. And 3 of our business school students came first in the European-wide Business Innovation Competition, the Young Enterprise European Finals. And as Margaret mentioned, Hannah Russell received an OB in the New Year's Honours List for her services to swimming following her success at the Paralympic Games in 2021. We've got some amazing people at Salford, and we're really on the road. Our biggest challenge at the moment, if I'm honest, is we've got too many people knocking the door wanting to come and work with us. But anyway, today is about you. It's about your journey. And this, someone's on a journey. And this is, if you like, a marker point in your journey, but it's not the end game. Don't think you finish your degree and that's the end of the sports. This is the start of the new part of your life, and make sure that you grow and that you develop and you continue to develop. The team alongside me today, here sitting behind me, have guided you along your way through your university career and have got you and helped you to get you where you are. And your supporters and family who are here today have also supported you. So I'd like you all now, graduates, to please stand and give a round of applause to the staff and to your family and friends who have supported you. Thank you. Now, in a moment, you'll be passing along the stage. Don't be worried, enjoy it. If you want to wave to people, mum and dad, have your photo, slow down a bit to have your photo taken, you crack on with that. Now, this is the start of you becoming an alumni of Salford. We've got over 200,000 Salford alumni around the world who are still in touch with us. Many of them are still in touch with us. When we go out to overseas visits to partner institutions, we often hold alumni dinners and invite our alumni to come and see us. Things you do, if there are things you think, gosh, I'm doing this is really interesting, come and get in touch with us, because we might want to ask you to come and talk to our students. You're a graduate from here, this is what you're doing now, come and talk to the students and show them what you're doing now, because it encourages them and empowers them to know what a career looks like. It's really, really important. So please stay in touch. Please become one of the Salford alumni. Look at the website and join us. I urge you to work for the benefit of others and be a catalyst for positive change in whatever community you go and work in. With the skills you have, you'll be building a brighter future for us all. So I shall finish by saying this to each and every one of our graduates today. Be proud of what you've achieved. Be bold in your aspirations. The future is now yours to make and take. And as we like to say at Salford, go out there and become unstoppable. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you.
Graduands and distinguished guests, we will now commence the presentation of the Postgraduate Awards from the School of Health and Society. Each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite Dr. Jane McAdam, Associate Dean of Enterprise and Engagement, to present the awards.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present for the award of Master of Science Advanced Physiotherapy, Amalou Thomas. Anna Nympha. Harmanjeet. Jamanjit Singh. Mitchell Pakanj Kumar Agath. Ikra Akram. Umair Ali. Anju Anthony. Jahanzeb Arif. Drashti Chauhan. Lydia Richard Chawalo. Diksha Gandhi. Nida Iqbal. Kumandi Anjana Jayabandara. Akila Kuplichira Morelli. Nilofer Nisrin. And Kita Indrajit Palmer. And Uvinda Patatil. And Surimi Syed. For the award of Master of Science Applied Psychology Addictions, Leah Dolan. For the award of Master of Science Applied Psychology Therapies, Megan Elizabeth Grenwood. Jacob Halliday. Katie Adele McGowan. Benjamin James Smith. For the Master of Science Clinical Exercise Physiology, Georgia Danielle Grenolge. Chloe Alexandria Hutchinson. And Natalie Johns. For the award of Master of Science Dental Implantology, Farhad Khan. Dalip Kumar. Rishi Patel. Jack Roberts. And Akashdeep Tamba. For the award of Master of Science Media Psychology, Isabel India Bannenberg. Vanessa Basnet. Andrea Maria Ferreira Ruz-Diaz. Yentil LaRue. Azura Muhammad Alwi. Samantha Elizabeth Prophet. And Emily Rose Stewart. For the Master of Science, Nuclear Medicine Imaging, Joanna Elizabeth Barlow. For the Master of Science, Occupational Therapy, Emma Jane Carlin. Emma Louise Curry. Janaea Joyce Edwards. Emma Louise Forgreave. Jessica Mapper. Chloe Nightingale. And Abimbula Rogers. For the Masters of Science, Performance Analysis in Sport, Daniel Bergman. Zoe Victoria Copnell. Okay, Hannah Louise James. Oliver Louise James. Louise Kay. Aristoteles Shiznaz. And Ethan David Weimer. For the award of Master of Science, Psychology of Coercive Control, Eleanor Jacqueline Knight. And Khadija Minhaj. For the Master of Science, Public Health, Ehud Abdullah. Alawatoni Malureo Abedboyako. Michael Friday Adepoju. Esther Anjorin. Cynthia Badeu. Yetundi Aluwatobi Kilani. Adiola Ogadegbi. Benjamin Jr. Ogahumi. Olafonso Olatunji. Lillian Opara. Sophia Oshadin. Olafashade Olodeo Otanei. And Zanib Sabiti. For the Master of Science, Strength and Conditioning, Paul Squires. And Alexandra Stringer. For the Master of Science, Strength and Conditioning, Edward Holden. For the Postgraduate Diploma in Nuclear Medicine Imaging, Wangani Chavula. And Janine Lovett. For the Postgraduate Certificate in Advanced Medical Imaging, Christopher Ronan. And Vahid Sefi. And for the Postgraduate Certificate in Strength and Conditioning, Victoria Chanak.
We will now commence the presentation of the undergraduate awards from the School of Health and Society, and again each student will be presented individually for their award. I'd like to re-invite Dr. Jane McAdam, Associate Dean for Enterprise and Engagement, to present these awards.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present for the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Diagnostic Radiography, Amina Adam. Bilal Ahmed. Jennifer Evebak Havbakam. Saina Faisal. Halima Farouk. Faiza Kaduji. Afreen Korsa, Hannah Nissar, Floor Obadu, and Faiza Patel. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Occupational Therapy, Victoria Barlow, Emma Dodd, Sophie Gavin, Sally Griffiths, Ruth Hoffmeister, Humaira Kachi, Neve Marlowe, Jennifer Ngozi Mbobi Wachiku. Mariam Mahoon, Phoenix Oxford, Leah Patel, Kaylee Robinson, and Laura Smallwoods. For the Bachelor of Science with Honours Physiotherapy, Nathan Barrett, Princess Victoria Adusu Adiji, and Andrew Parry. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Podiatry, Nasiba Alhabi, Muhammad Awan, Dania Hack, and Grace Norcross. For the Bachelor of Science with Honours Psychology, Athanasia Bolter, Sian Beswick Perry, for Bassam Mugwai, and Miriam Siddiqui. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Psychology and Counselling Studies, Zachary Carnes, Samanti Allam, Neil Hendy, Savannah Hydre. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Psychology and Criminology, Chloe Bailey and Morgan Muse. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Psychology of Sport, Matthew Ray. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Sports Science, Human Performance, Joshua Ashley and Jacob Ridings. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Sports Science Performance Analysis, Harry Andrew Pearce. And for the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Sports Science Strength and Conditioning, Lennon Sabanda. Thanks. For the award of Master of Science Clinical Exercise Physiology, Hashim Hassan Ashkar. And for the award of Bachelor of Science Psychology, Mayesha Begum.
Graduates and guests, that concludes the presentation of the awards. Before I invite the Vice-Chancellor to close the ceremony, please may I ask all guests to remain seated until all graduates have left the theatre. I'd now like to invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Helen Marshall, to close the ceremony.
Well, that was fantastic. It was great to see everyone going across the stage and really enjoying themselves. On behalf of the University of Salford, I would like to offer my sincere congratulations to each and every one of our graduates today. So can everyone please join me in a round of applause for our graduates? Now, I would like to ask our graduates to stand, please, just the graduates. All please stand. Now, you are now officially a graduate, so please put on your hats. I now declare this congregation closed. May I invite everyone to please stand. Thank you.